How are we doing? It's JJ. You know, nature has the most amazing ability to soothe and heal and nurture. And I've certainly found that out over the last few years. I really have. There was a time, generally about sort of 4 or 5 years ago, when I found myself in not in a good place. I wasn't in a good place, and a recent marriage breakup, having to move into accommodation that I didn't want to be at. I wasn't in a good place, and I'd always had a love for nature, and you know, I enjoy getting out and riding a bike and going to the mountains and little walks and that, but I found myself, you know, drinking too much and just being crazy and reckless, and I wasn't good, not in here, in my soul or my heart or in my head, and I wasn't being kind to people. I was causing hurt, and I was having that hurt brought back upon me. What I started to do was just go back out, leave the bike, go for walks, and I started to get that thirst, that want for being out. The enjoyment came back into it, and the more that I went out, the more I felt at ease, I felt at peace, and I started to remember that I had skills, I had knowledge that I hadn't really been passing on, and I hadn't been sharing. And I slowly started to get back into the bushcraft and the wild camping. I was still going off mountaineering and doing things like that, but it was the woodsman side, it was the bushcraft side, and the camps that came along with that I started to learn more. And the more I spent time out in the woods, that knowledge started to seep back in, and I started to join groups and communities, and I started to share that out. And I have to say, within the last couple of years, on my days, my head, my heart and my soul has been healed. And you know, that's me putting in the work and others helping me. Now I have a partner who just gets me completely. And nature has had a massive impact. It really has, especially on the mental well-being side. And now I just revel. It's a windy, wintry day. I'm in a wood. I'm just going to let nature seep into me. I'm going to let it soak in. I'm just going to walk, and I'm going to take you out on some little bits and just show you the beauty and the majesty of being outdoors. Nature's the most wonderful thing if you let it into your life. Come along, let's have a walk. You know, it's my love of bushcraft and the woodsman life that's just set me on a new path that I absolutely love. And you know, like when I'm in a wood like this, silver birch and oak, I love trees, I really do. I love trees, but I use that knowledge that the silver birch, when it's fallen down, a dead fallen tree, provides amazing silver birch bark paper, which lights so well. It's great for kindling, and the timber itself is great for burning. Harbours great wildlife. Woodpeckers love silver birch. And then we've got the oak trees. the majestic oaks. Okay, these are only small ones where I'm walking now, but you know, the oak is at the heart of the woodsman. It's that symbol of the woods. Just bird song. Blue tits. Great tits. Blackbirds. And you'll hear the woodpeckers. But yes, that understanding of what the trees themselves can provide. That when you're on camp, you're taking the right resources and you're trying to be as efficient as possible. It's even when you're just out on a walk, you know, you're in winter, midwinter, first signs of spring starting to shoot up, and that's glorious to see. But you know what, I love winter. You know, all the leaves are down, but it gives you the ability to see into the canopy. You can see where the different types of bird species are, so it makes them more readily identifiable, so you can see where they are. You can hear the bird song more clearly, and I love that. So, you know, it's that famous, very, very famous saying, "Into the woods I go, to lose my mind and find my soul." I love that saying. It's so true on so many levels, it really is. Fantastic. Catch you in a bit. You know, I often get asked by people, what do you think about when you're out in the woods? And I always say, nothing and everything. As soon as I start walking into a wood, or I'm walking out in the hills, I slow down. Slow down as I enter the wood. I don't want to rush the experience. I want to enjoy my time out, so I slow down. I'm careful of my footfall, where I'm placing my feet, and in doing that, your heart rate slows down, your breathing becomes more relaxed. You take big deep breaths, calming breaths, and you slow down up here. And you run through lots of little thought processes, little things that may have been niggling at you, eating away at you. Even if they're just trivial little things, they're always there in the back of the mind, and then you just come out and you spend a bit of time outdoors. You get that fresh air, and those little worries, those little tribulations, they go away. And sometimes I'm not even aware that I'm processing things. You know, I'm not putting them into compartments, as it were, and just dealing with one at a time. They just evaporate, they just go. And then I just sit and I listen, and I watch the trees sway, and I listen to the wind coming through the trees. I listen to the bird song. I try to capture nature, and it just seeps into you. And that can just leave you with the most amazing feeling. You know, I'm not waxing lyrical here. Nature has truly, truly entered my life in a way that I never imagined before. And it really has healed me on so many levels, and it's made me a much better person as a result. Because I've now formed a greater understanding of being outdoors. And I respect it. I completely respect it. And I like to see that in other people, and I've formed bonds and friendships in other people that share that same outlook, that same ethos, and they want to share that as well, and I love that. So when I say it's healed me, it's made me, It's actually made me a better person. It really has. It really has. Love it. Look at this oak. What an amazing oak tree. Can't quite get it all in. Wow. That has been managed and looked after for a long, long time. Wow. What an amazing trunk on that. Look at that. That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Wow. What a specimen. What a specimen. It's got some age on it. It's got some stories to tell. Wow. I'm about nearing the end of my little wander today. And I kind of hope that this may have reached a resonance with some of you, that the outdoors is a wonderful thing, and maybe you'll find your place in nature, because I know that's where I feel at ease and at comfort with. Reach out to people. If you're not feeling so good yourself, reach out to people. Get them to take you out for a walk. Find some places that are new to you and explore. Sit down, take it in, revel in nature. That's what I try to do every time I come out. A little bit of a video with a difference today, but well-being and wellness in the woods, that's what it's all about. I'm going to go. Thanks for tuning in. Catch up again soon. Bye. You know, it doesn't really matter what your outdoor fix is. You know, it could be mountain biking, cycling, it could be horse riding, hill walking or rambling, mountaineering, canoeing, whatever it is. Do you know what? There's some amazing communities out there, and there are groups that you can join even in these restricted times of social distancing. You know, there's still groups out there that you can converse with, and you can get out, even if it's socially distanced. You can still get out and you can walk and you can enjoy nature. Gardening clubs, allotment clubs, that's what it's all about. Finding people that share the same outlook, ethos and principles that you do, and that's only to be encouraged, and that's great. So get out there, find others that share those same interests. That's certainly what I've done, and yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Do you know, there is only one real downside that I can think of. It's not really a downside, but you probably get hooked into nature and going outdoors, and whatever your fix is, whatever it is that ticks your boxes. Kit. You can become obsessed with kit. So much kit. Knives. So many knives. Want more axes. Got tents? I'll get some more tents. Tents for the summer, tents for winter, little stealthy one-man tents, and that bigger tents for when me and my partner go out. Oh, backpacks. I've got backpacks, I've got haversack bags, I've got Bergens, kit. But it doesn't matter. That is not really a downside. The thing is, it's just getting out. Just getting out. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Catch you in a bit.